Hello, faith leader, and welcome to Breaktime. Today, Psalm 7:11 says, God is a righteous judge, a God who displays his wrath every day. You know, most of the time, we don't sit around and talk about the wrath of God. We don't talk about the anger of God. We don't talk about God disciplining his people, God bringing punishment upon those who deserve punishment. But you know what? Maybe it's time, because in our world, we try to blame God. We try to accuse God. We try to figure God out. And I think sometimes we're missing one of the biggest elements of God's love that he can pour into our life. And that very well could be his wrath, his anger. But you need to remember that God is love. He's not going to do things to get even. He's not going to do things out of a heart that's filled with evil. His intent is your best, my best. And when we walk away, when we intentionally walk away, wouldn't it only be natural that one of the aspects of God's love would try to be drawing us back to him? And sometimes that's discipline. Sometimes it's an action of God that we certainly don't understand, but hindsight is always 20/20, when we see what God did, we're always applauding what he did. And if you have children, you know that you would never let them get by with everything that they wanted to get by with without punishing them. I mean, that's permissive parenting, and we know that that doesn't work. But God is a love, and wrath is just a form of his love. He doesn't want anyone to perish, and he wants everyone to be living eternally with him. But sometimes I think we need to understand that this is a gift that God gives to our world. Is his wrath, is his punishment. Because whenever you're punished, whenever I'm punished, whenever I'm disciplined for an action, isn't it a wake-up call that there's more to faith? There's more faith that God has that I need to walk in. That's typically where we're being punished, is because we're lacking faith, right? But by his grace, he reveals this punishment to us, and it wakes us up to realize how great he truly is, how good he is. But you've taken your eyes off of him and onto your situation or whatever else has happened. And for a minute there, you've stayed there, and God all of a sudden, in his loving kindness, in his discipline, brings you back to a place where you can be nourished, your soul can be fed, I can be fed. I love it when God does that. So we don't need to look at the wrath as, you know, this God up here who points his finger down and out of anger and spite disciplines his people. No, he does it out of love, because, my beloved, he wants you to be near him. We don't need to be scared of the punishment of God, because he does not do it out of a heart that is anything other than his very best love for you. Have a very blessed day.